Hi, it's Nature Man Jim here again, and today we're going to learn about identifying animal tracks in the wild and casting them with plaster in the field. Animal tracks are cues to an animal's behavior, its biological form and function, and its habits, and even its stride. Where can we find these animal tracks? Well, we can find them along muddy stream banks, muddy creeks and ponds, the sand of the shoreline, and even the snow. Almost anywhere can you find animal tracks. Sometimes finding animal tracks and identifying them are as exciting as seeing the animal itself. What tools will we need to identify the animal tracks and cast them in the field? Well, we can use an animal track field guide. We'll need a collar to enclose our plaster of Paris, water, a ruler, a small little brush, and a mixing tool. Let's get started. Let's talk about the stride. Animals have several different types of strides. Let's talk about bounders. Bounders are animals which their forelegs end up behind their rear legs as they bound away. Bounders rely on speed to get away from their predators. They include animals that are digigrade, animals that walk on their toes, like deer and moose and fox, that all rely on speed to evade their predators. Those are the bounders. Let's talk about the walkers. Walkers make two different impressions on the ground, one with their forefoot and one with their heel. They don't need any speed to get away from their predators. They have other methods of evading their predators. These include animals that are plantigrade, ones that I mentioned that touch with two different impressions. They include raccoons, humans, bears, possums, and even the spiny porcupine are all walkers. Birds make impressions on the ground. We're going to check how many toe imprints they have and their arrangement. Other cues to animal tracks are claws. Some animals have retractable claws, like felines or cats. Canines or dogs or foxes or coyotes all have claws that stay out, including bears. Invertebrates like slugs and snails leave tracks. They leave a mucus trail. Earthworms leave castings as they come out of the ground. Reptiles leave tracks. Look for the snake track in the sand. Or with turtles, look for a tail drag with four small little foot impressions. All tracks we could identify in the wild today. Remember, folks, as tracks dry, they enlarge and get a little bit distorted, so we can keep that in mind as we identify them. Recording them, we could be done by camera, by casting with plaster of Paris, by drawing. And today, we're going to learn how to cast them. Let's get started. We have our collar. We have our plaster of Paris mixed up in a 2-to-1 mixture. We don't want it too loose or too thick, so it flows into our animal track. We have a collar to enclose it and a brush to brush it off. We're going to cast this animal track here today. I've put my collar down. I've brushed my track and cleaned it nicely up. I've mixed it up with the magic mixing wand, and I filled our track up. Now, several different plasters require different time to set. It could be 24 hours, it could be just a couple hours. But today, with the magic of video and the wand, we're going to show you one that I've cast previously. Let's take it out of the ground. Remove the collar. Dust it off. And folks, you can see I've revealed the hoof print, the digigrade toe worker of the deer. We could clean that up and use it if we needed to use a field guide to identify it. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed yourself today. Get out to a New Jersey state park. Enjoy the nature.